Hi guys, so for today's video I'm going to be doing a Tsum Tsum tips and tricks video. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So it's been a while since I made my last video, but I'm back and I'm doing a Tsum Tsum tips and tricks video. Basically, I am in love with the Tsum Tsum app. If you're not aware, I have been playing it on and off for a couple of years now, and I just thought, hang on a second, I should be starting to make some Tsum Tsum content. More on that at the end of the video, so stay tuned to the end of the video to hear some announcements for my channel. So first up is websites that I use. So there are two websites. First up is Reddit. Much like my Marvel Tsum Tsum video, I will be talking about the Reddit forum that they have for Disney Tsum Tsum. So it has great event info and it has sort of some sneaky peeks of what to expect for premium box Tsum Tsums. So there is a thread every single month that has a picture of the calendar. I'll show you the calendar for just August that have just gone. So this is what they predicted. It's pretty much spot on. I don't know how they sourced their information, but to be honest, it's really handy. And they don't do it for the Marvel one, but they do it for the Disney Tsum Tsum channel. And anyway, it's really useful, really handy. I love this chart. I ever so often just check up on it, literally the days before the end of the month, but apparently they don't know. They're as good, and their knowledge is as good as anyone else's, so they try to have a look towards the end of the month just to kind of see what might happen. So that's kind of a good thing to look at. Every single month they have a line ID thread, which has brand new line IDs to kind of add every single month. So if, say for example, Tsum Tsum basically is not a great place for finding new friends. It's really difficult because there's no real like community forum or anything like that, whereas the Reddit thread every month is quite helpful. I actually put my line ID in it. My line ID is on the screen as well if you guys want to add me from this video. Since then I've gained a lot of new extra people, literally like every day. I can show you right now I have had some extra friend requests coming in from my phone, and it's really beneficial. It's great. It makes you clear games a lot more quickly. It makes you clear a lot more event cards a lot more quickly as well. So just a little tip for you. Ask questions or find questions to issues you might have. For example, like who is good for school bubbles, who's good for bingo card number 7, on mission 11, that kind of thing. If you Google it or if you search in Reddit for that kind of question, then that stuff does come up as a separate question. I really find that quite helpful because I find that there's more of a community in the Reddit forums than on other websites, and I just tend to trust the opinions, and I literally just Google it and then I start using the Sims if I do have them or that kind of thing. So really helpful for that. Next up is Tsum Tsum Central, which I mentioned before in the past. But Tsum Tsum Central is quite good for bingo card tips because Reddit is kind of more of a forum based site, so a lot of the things aren't really, you can't kind of put them in order, you can't kind of have extra tabs for things, only have like mega threads for stuff and then kind of categorize them in there. So in terms of helpfulness, the bingo cards thing can be quite helpful because they have separate pages for each mission, and what's really helpful about the website in particular is that they will display what the mission is and then also who to use for it and what boosts to use as well. So that's really helpful. That's probably the only thing that I really recommend Tsum Tsum Central to be useful for. They don't update very regularly for the event information. I've found they're kind of a bit slow, so if you want to know more about the event stuff and like what's going on and who can you get and what type of things to expect in the next couple of days, then the Reddit forum for that is probably a lot more reliable. So in just general tips for Tsum Tsum, stuff I've just I'm reading off of this because I don't want to get it wrong. Save up for event Tsum Tsum characters as they sometimes help you finish event cards quickly. That is very true because with event cards, when you have particular missions, in order to kind of finish them quickly or get extra points for it and that kind of stuff, then having that character sim is really helpful and beneficial. So that's something that I really would recommend. If you're kind of already far way into the game and you're like level 20 or something and you're midway through it, then try and save up as much as you can. If you start from scratch, save to get Tsums even not during event cards. So if you start the game from basically looking at this video or that kind of thing, and you have Mickey, keep trying to play as much as you can, like, and try and complete bingo cards as well. But save up and keep saving up. You don't have to necessarily have like the event card to kind of have Tsum Tsums available. I would say that like the more that you have different types of Tsums, the more easier event cards get and the more easier bingo cards can be to complete. So that's kind of a little good thing to kind of recommend if you're a first time player. Don't be afraid to use boosts. I use them regularly and they help finish missions. So I use them sparingly. I don't use them all the time. But if you want to use boosts, say you have to get 1,200 coins, then use the coin boost it, use the 5 to 4 boost it, and use the time boost it, that kind of thing. Just don't be afraid to use them. I know they're kind of sometimes quite expensive, but also look out for discount times because they have daily discounted timing on the app, which you can use, which is really helpful. So gems can be really useful, but only when you are desperately close to finishing. So say for example you have 1,200 coins that you need to collect, but you are so close, you're 1,100 away, you're 100 coins away, then really don't be afraid to use the gems. Use them sparingly, don't use them all the time, but they don't always recommend that you use them, so it's really irritating. It's based on whether the game thinks that you should use them, so choose to use them when you can. You can collect gems by completing missions as well, just a little side note, completing missions and also doing things on like event cards and stuff. So keep an eye out for them and save them as much as you can. And so lastly, follow these accounts on Twitter. I follow about 3 different accounts on Twitter that are like Tsum Tsum related. So just, yeah, I'll have the links on the screen and also in the description down below. And I find them really helpful. It's good for kind of like just updating. I tend to find that I scroll through Twitter like every single morning, like probably many of you do as well. I follow them on Twitter and also Instagram, but I think I find more of the information out from Twitter itself. So this is the tips and tricks video. That is the end of it. But now I want to talk about something that I wanted to start for quite some time now. So this is kind of like the starter for those sorts of videos. So I am a big, massive Tsum Tsum fan, as you can probably have told by this video so far. I collect the Tsum Tsum plushies, I do the game quite a lot. So what I wanted to do is every single month, at the end of the month, I want to do a roundup of things that have happened. So that could be my reviews of the events that have happened, my just general updates on what am I doing in the app, what's my kind of goal, what do I want to finish in the app, that kind of thing. What Tsums have I gotten, what success rates have I had, that kind of thing. What am I still looking for, that kind of thing. What am I looking to see in the next couple of months, what could be really fun as an event. And just general quick short updates on the game itself, how I've been doing and how it's been going on and how I think about it. So if you guys want to follow along for that journey, then don't forget to like this video. And if you're new to my channel and you like what you've just seen, then hit that red subscribe button and don't forget to tap the notification bell to be told when I make videos, because I make them every so often. And I guess all I've got left to say is a happy Tsum Tsum over and out. Sayonara!